guys, welcome to today's video. We have a grocery haul. We just got back from Publix, so I'm gonna do a little grocery haul, show you what we picked up for the week, just like stock up kind of stuff. And then also what I want to do is kind of talk to you guys a little bit about some of the stuff that we do to save money on groceries, just like in general, some of our strategies, I guess, I'd say like that we use to save money. But first things first, let me get everything out of the bag and then I'll show you what we picked up at Publix. So we did our Publix trip today specifically to hit up some of the BOGOs, some of the buy one get one free deals that Publix had, because on its own, Publix can be very pricey, but I tend to try to go when they have like good deals on stuff that we use. For example, this is my favorite coffee creamer. I love this coffee creamer. And so I stocked up. I made sure that the expiration dates were pretty far out. Like this one is July 20th and we are in the beginning of May. So we'll go through this. Like we will literally go through all this creamer in the next couple. Yeah, Joe is like, yeah, for sure. We will go through it. We like to have our coffee during the day and at night we do like decaf coffee.
Yeah, look, we got popcorn chicken.
Joseph, this is my video. Go away. So whatever, these were buy one, get one free. So we stocked up. Other things that I went there specifically for were the Oikos yogurts. So these were BOGO. So I got a bunch of different flavors, mixed berry, the vanilla, blueberry, strawberry. Jackson will eat these and it's a great way for him to get some protein in. It's got 15 grams of protein, plus this I will eat in the morning with some granola. So we got that. I also went to get some of the Earth Best, like the pouches and stuff for Sean, for the baby. Like these were buy one, get one free. So when the baby food is on sale, that is definitely when I go and I just kind of stock up on some of the stuff that I'm missing. I also saw that the pizzas, the Freshetta pizzas, which I actually do like, these were on sale. These were buy one, get one free. So I always stock the fridge with some frozen pizzas because it's way cheaper than ordering pizza pretty much anywhere. Each of these was like $7. So if you think about it, you got each of them for like $3.50. These apples also were buy one, get one free. So I just found whichever like pieces of produce were on sale. I knew some brand of apples, some kind of apples were on sale. So I went to find those. And so those are the ones that the kids are gonna have to eat this week. Riley wanted specifically plantain chips, the lime chips. These were not on sale, but this is like her treats. Are you gonna eat this with your lunch, Mama? Are you so happy? That's like her thing. So not everything was buy one, get one free. We obviously make exceptions, but that's when we stock up on things like Chex Mix. Chex Mix, like regular price, we don't like to really buy it, but the kids do like to eat it. Joe snacks on it, I snack on it. Obviously a much better deal when it's on sale, so we got that. Got some bananas, those were normal price. The blueberries this week were buy one, get one free, and it's been like a long time since we got blueberries because blueberries these days have been really expensive. So we got them BOGO, and then the strawberries were also at a good price today. They were 2 for $5, so we got 2 containers of strawberries. I also use a lot of Caesar salad with like our dinners and stuff, so these were buy one, get one free. Got 2 of those. I messed up on the milk. I got lactose-free milk. I don't know why. I thought it was just the regular 2% milk, so maybe I'll use this like for my baking. Does it taste different? Tell me if you guys have tried this, like the lactose-free milk. Will the kids notice? Like, I don't know. Let me know how that tastes. And then this Joe wanted. This is like one of his favorite cereals. Normally, I wait till Publix has this one buy one, get one free because it can be a little pricey, but this is just our go-to cereal. This over here was also something that I picked up, not to really use right away, but to have in case we have people over or we're gonna entertain. These were buy one, get one free, and they're good to have in the back stock. That way, if we're invited somewhere or whatever, I can just grab a thing of crackers and some cheese and then just go. That happened to me the other day. My friend invited us over for dinner, and that's exactly what I did. I went and I grabbed one of these from our back stock, and I grabbed like a piece of cheese that we hadn't used, and that was like our little appetizer. This is my favorite. You guys have seen these in the vlogs. I love this sparkling water. It's blood orange. It tastes delicious. I've introduced so many people to this, and some people are like, oh, I don't know, it tastes okay, but I freaking love it. So that is my treat to myself when I want something that's like not water, and it's like not even that bad. Like definitely way better than having like just like soda. So I'll leave that there in case you want to see the nutritional facts. And then a couple other like exceptions that we made this week. We were low on Uncrustables, and Jackson likes them every once in a while, so I got some of the peanut butter and honey and some of these, so those go in the freezer. This is like my treat stash. I got some pastelitos, which are kind of expensive, and then Publix has the Mike and Ike's that I love. This is like my favorite candy. And then the kids' like new favorite thing to do is like go to Publix and pick out some kind of like a popsicle or Italian ice. So these were buy one, get one free, and so I convinced them, instead of getting like the one that was like $6 for like 8 bars, 8 popsicles, I was like, these are buy one, get one free, and you'll get a total of 24 store for like $6. So these are the ones that they picked up. I also got some eggs because pretty much anytime that we go to the grocery store, we get eggs. I had never seen these before, but they looked like they would be pretty decent. And then we get the Publix popcorn chicken, which is gonna be the kids' lunch today. So I think the container of popcorn chicken was like $7. So I don't know, I feel like you can't even go to McDonald's these days for less than $7. So that was Publix. In total, in like everything that I showed you here, we spent $154, but we saved like $81. So as long as I feel like, I don't know, like I'm saving some money with the BOGOs, makes me very happy. Obviously we didn't get any meat, we didn't get anything because that's something that I'll also talk about. We have a bunch of meat stored still in our freezer. For those of you guys who follow like regularly, you guys know we have like an extra freezer in the garage full of meat. So I'm gonna put all of this stuff away and then I'll come back to keep chatting. So that was everything that we bought this week at Publix. We don't do Publix runs every week. We really just look at what's on sale. Like I have the app. Maybe you guys don't have a Publix, maybe there's another local grocery store. But every week when they change out the BOGOs, the deals, like I'll go on their app and then like it'll list them for me and then I can assess like, is it worth it to go? Maybe we skip that week because I also don't wanna go to the store just to buy a bunch of random stuff that I don't need, which is very easy to do when they have like those sales and stuff. So I really do my best to try to stick to the things that we use all the time, the things that have become staples. So I think that that's something that is really helpful to do as you start, I don't know, just like getting more familiar with like how your family eats, what you guys like to eat, how you're cooking, kind of have those staples. And then once you have those staples, then for me at least, it becomes like, how do I find, or like, where do I find those staples at the best price? And then that's when you can like compare stores. So I used to be somebody who was like, I'm not gonna go to 5 different stores to buy stuff. But I think that for me over time, it's just become like, it just makes sense. Like, where am I gonna get honey at the best price? Where am I gonna get peanut butter at the best price? I know a lot of you guys like Costco, like the big bulk stores. For some things, it makes sense for us to go to Costco and like stock up on, and we've done that before. But other times it's like Walmart has the best price. We do a lot of Walmart shopping, and that kind of gets me to something else that I wanted to talk about, which is like when I want to save money on groceries, I have found that there are certain things that I don't really need name brand for, right? Like if there's name brand stuff that I want to get, like if I want to get Chex Mix, then I go to Publix when it's BOGO so that I can get like the deal on that. But there's a lot of things, especially when they're not even like healthy things, like when it's like junk food, like chips, like bags of chips these days. I was appalled the other day. I went to Publix and I bought a bag of Ruffles. It was like a family size bag of Ruffles and I took it to my sister's house. It was like $7.20. I kid you not. I was like, how is a bag of chips the same price as my like foot long like sub that I got? Like it was just wild to me. So when it comes to things like that, chips that like it really doesn't matter. If I'm not gonna go for the better quality stuff anyway, then just go for like the generic brand. I get a lot of the great value stuff at Walmart, and like you can literally compare the ingredients. A lot of times the ingredients are the exact same as the brand name, just a lot cheaper than when you go with the name brand stuff. So I am not a brand snob at all. And like chips being one of those things that I like to always have in the pantry just for like when we're eating sandwiches and we put chips on the side. Instead of paying $7 for the bag of Ruffles, like I'll do the $2 and something cents bag of the Great Value brand at Walmart, and it does the same exact job. Okay, so when it comes to like ordering out or like, you know, ordering DoorDash, ordering Uber Eats, all of that, that's something that Joe and I used to spend a lot of money on, ordering different things. I, for a really long time, just preferred takeout. And I mean, I guess most of us sometimes do, right? It's more convenient. It's sometimes like food that we crave, food that we really enjoy from restaurants that we like how the food tastes. But we've really had to cut back on that a lot. I think we've made significant progress in not ordering as often as we used to. So that's obviously like a given, but something that has helped that or that has made it easier for me to do that is like a couple of things. So first of all, I do try to like, if I am gonna order out, then I try to maximize like that money. So like I know that there's certain places where if I order from there, like I'm gonna get one meal versus if I order from somewhere else, I can maybe stretch it out and make 2 meals. So sushi, for example, that's only gonna give me 1 meal because sushi doesn't reheat well the next day. So like I try to make decisions based on like, where am I gonna order out from that makes the most sense? There's other places where I can get like a big rice and chicken bowl and I can like split it in half and then I have 2 meals. So instead of paying like 20 bucks for the 1 bowl, it's really like 10 per meal. You know what I mean? Like doing that kind of an assessment does help my wallet. The other thing that I have found helpful is a lot of times like I used to like order out because I was like craving something in particular that I didn't know how to make. So something that comes to mind is like, I love crepes, right? Like crepes, however you want to say it. That's one of my favorite things to eat. And for a long time, the only place that I could go get a crepe would be like at Crepe Maker, like a crepe place, like a crepe store. That would be really expensive. So not too long ago, I actually learned how to make my own crepes at home. And now every time that I have like that urge or like that desire to have that, I can just grab my recipe book, get my crepe batter recipe, and then make my own at home. And then it gives me like that same satisfaction. So maybe that's super stupid and maybe that's super basic, but I think that it makes a lot of sense to like find those meals that you really enjoy eating at a restaurant, or those things that you really enjoy going and like grabbing takeout or ordering, and then learning how to make your own version of it that still kind of at least gets close to like what you enjoy eating from there. Maybe it's like a really good burger, a really good quesadilla. Maybe experiment with some of the recipes that you can find online and get it as close to like the thing that you enjoy eating. I did that a long time ago when we were still in Virginia, where I had become obsessed with the Starbucks iced chai lattes. And they were like almost like $8 like every time that I would go and get one, because between the cold foam and the almond milk that I would put in, it was like really expensive. So I went on Pinterest, I typed in Starbucks iced chai latte, and there were like a lot of like dupe recipes, like copycat recipes for the same thing. And so then I started making it at home on my own. And sure, like there were maybe a few ingredients that I had to buy that I didn't have on hand, but then like I started making it on my own, and it was way less expensive than going and getting that at Starbucks every day. So just a tip, I don't know, maybe you've never like looked into that, like copycat recipes. Maybe like, I don't know, I'm a Bonefish Grill kind of girl, and like maybe I can type in like Bonefish Grill copycat recipe, whatever, and then find something that at least gets close to it. So if by any chance you guys have any of those copycat recipes that you swear by, that you love, that you found, and like now you make those all the time, leave them down below in the comments so that we can check them out, because that would be awesome. So that's just like a couple things that were coming to mind. I think the biggest thing though would be like, if you're trying to save some money, like having the space to be able to shop the sales, having the space to be able to like, you know, buy when the price is right, you know, like stuff that you see at the store. So I've always told you guys, we have our main fridge and freezer, and then in the garage we have an extra freezer where we put all of our meat. And then we have another fridge, which I'll just show you really quick what it looks like. So none of this is like really organized right now, but just so you have an idea, like this is our extra fridge. And then today, since we got like all those coffee creamers, I was able to put all of them here in the fridge, where like if I only had my main refrigerator, then like I wouldn't be able to keep so much back stock of stuff. We still have fruit in the main fridge, so I put these over here and they'll still be eaten. If for some reason I see that we're getting to the point where these are starting to go bad, then something else that I can do is I can make homemade applesauce with them. So knowing how to use different things in different ways is also like a really helpful thing in terms of like saving money on groceries. I'm trying to think what else I can show you that we keep back stock of. Like we get the Costco butter a lot of times, and then I just keep it here for when we need it. This was a Kirkland brand cream cheese for baking and stuff, which still hasn't gone bad. So you see, this is also Costco. So when it's stuff that we use a lot, I just go and grab whatever we need to use right away, put it in the regular fridge, and then everything else stays here. And then this is like the extra thing of berries that we'll, you know, bring to the main fridge whenever this runs out. Also being able to freeze stuff. So like this is like frozen tortillas that I got a long time ago, but they freeze well. And then whenever I run out of my ones that are not frozen, then I'll take this one out. So trying to prolong like the shelf life, I guess, of different items is super helpful. And these, I'm sure that I got them at Publix when they were buy one get one free, because tortillas go on sale a lot. I always like to have things like this in the freezer, because this is like the kids' go-to lunch. So if I don't have easy stuff like this too, then I will end up swinging by a drive-thru or ordering DoorDash. So things like this, it's very similar to Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. Like I always have it, and then we can reach for it, as opposed to, you know, being like, what are we gonna eat? We got nothing. I know that for some people it looks crazy, it sounds crazy, like the idea of having like a back stock, the idea of having things in your garage, being prepper status, whatever it is that you want to call it. I know that it's not for everyone, and maybe it does sound a little crazy, but for me that's made all the difference in being able to feed my family and being able to like come up with meals on the fly. I can improvise like a lot better. If I failed to meal plan or I didn't take the right meat out, I can always usually like come up with something random to feed my family, just because of the fact that I have like a million like pasta sauces here in my garage, and I have spaghetti, and I have different pastas, and I have rice, and I have like meat in the freezer. Like I don't have to rely on just ordering out in those, like, you know, I'm in a pinch and I'm pressed for time kind of situations, because I usually have something that I can get creative with and make. This here is like the meat freezer, which again is not very organized at the moment, but we do keep this pretty stocked with our meat, and the meat that we get is still that same company that we used to get our meat from, which was like a local to Virginia company, but they did ship us our latest order. But if I wasn't going through that company, I would probably just go to Costco, stock up on meats, and then just have like a bunch of stuff here and like separated. A while ago this was way better organized, and I had like a whole little bin there for chicken and chicken breasts, and then another one was like chicken thighs, and this was beef. So I try my best to like keep an eye on what kinds of meats we have, that way I can meal plan, that way I can like know what the heck is in here. Down here we've got all of our frozen pizzas. So just by having frozen pizzas in the freezer, that saves us a ton of money, because if we were to order pizza, it would be at least like 25, 30 bucks just for a pizza. So this is something quick that we can go to, especially if we're entertaining. Like, something that I have loved and that I've shared in my vlogs with you guys is the fact that we have gotten so much better at like entertaining and going to people's houses. Like, it's one of the biggest blessings in our life, honestly, having people over and going to people's houses, especially like for the kids. Like, we're a homeschool family if you happen to be new here for any reason, so we hang out with other homeschool families. And so now when we gather, it's really nice to not be like, oh my gosh, I have 10 kids coming over to my house tomorrow, like what on earth do I feed them? Because let me tell you, little kids, when there's a lot of them, like they go through a lot of food. Like, you have one get together and that's it, like an entire pack of 24 pouches of applesauce is gone. Like, when you're feeding that many kids all at once, it gets very expensive. So that's another reason why I kind of like justify to myself, like, I'm buying stuff on sale at a good price so that I can bless other people, so that when I have people over, I can be a good host, so that I have things to offer people, things that I think of that kids might enjoy, like the apple juices, chip pouches, string cheese, like snacks like that that I know kids will enjoy. I try to have them always on hand so that I'm not, you know, scrambling later trying to figure out what to feed people. And then same as I mentioned before, sometimes you get invited places and then it's like nice to be able to bring something and be like, here, don't worry about having to feed my children, or like, here's my contribution to today's play date. Those are just like some of the things that I can think of to tell you guys right now. Okay, so I'm back in the kitchen. I have one last thing to show you guys. If you want more just like haul, like food, like, see, if you want to see more food, then stick around. I've had these boxes here in the living room for like the last couple days, and Riley's been dying for me to open them. So this is another thing that we like to do every once in a while to help us just like have the foods that we like stocked. This is mostly pre-packaged foods, but we do often buy from Thrive Market, which I've shared with you guys before. This is not sponsored by them, but I still order stuff from them, and I do have a code that I always tell you guys. I believe if it still works, it gets you 40% off your first order, which is better. Honestly, it's a better deal than when they usually work with people and give them a discount code. But for us, it's been a great way, number one, to discover. Yes, they're so excited because they're Prize Foodie. But to discover new snacks that we like. I'm gonna put these all on the table and then I'll show you what I ordered. But it's been good to discover some stuff. Some of these that are like now staples in our house, but they also have really good prices often on like some of their like chips and some of their stuff. I'll show you now. Let me just get everything out of the box. What do you see in here?
I'm helping. Oh, cheddar bunnies and more Pirates Foodie! 4 bags of Pirates Foodie!
Yeah. This is like a major stock up on our snacks. This is really where we buy most of our snacks, like especially for the kids, because they're usually like healthier options, and I feel like they have better prices. And then they do sales every once in a while where they're like, you know, these items are 25% off, or I get some good prices on them, and it's better than buying them at Publix. So that's where I usually shop for some of their stuff. All right, so here is a bunch of the stuff that I ordered from Thrive. I'll go over it really quick, but this is obviously not the kind of thing that I'm doing every week. This is a huge stock up, so I just wanted to make sure to show it to you guys. This will last us for a long time, honestly, but at least we'll have all this stuff here, especially now that the kids are like really done with school pretty much. I'm sure we're gonna have a bunch of like meetups and park play dates and activities and kids gatherings. So we have lots of stuff here. So I got a pack of these 20 bags of potato chips. This is kind of like what you'd see at Costco, but the price of that was really good. Then I got a bunch of Siete chips. I honestly haven't tried all of these, but I thought it would be fun like for when we have people over or when we were like going to somewhere, like bring like a bag of these chips. We can try them out like with our friends and stuff. I got these space balls. Have you guys tried these, the space balls, Mama?
No.
No? But you want to?
I'll try one.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen a lot of people share these, so I'll let you guys know if they're good or not. But they're from the Lesser Evil brand, which is the popcorn that I like. So they have these that are, I guess they're like little Cheeto balls. And then these we've never tried before. So again, this is kind of how we try and we find like new snacks. These are chocolate animal crackers. They're nut and peanut free, dairy and egg free. So that's good if you have little ones with allergies. You want to see, Gojo? So we got those. More of the Siete chips. I got some carnitas seasoning. So all the Siete stuff is on Thrive. I got a bunch of like the Annie's snacks because again, the prices at Publix are usually really high on the Annie's stuff. And I feel like this kind of stuff doesn't usually go on sale. Like buy one, get one free. I don't see that often at Publix going on sale. I did get 2 boxes of the applesauce because like I said, this is like a go-to when we're entertaining kids and I very much plan on having some kids over. I got a bunch of Pirate's Booty too because Pirate's Booty is so expensive at the typical grocery store. So I will like ration this out here at the house for the kids. And then these we really like, the pretzel crisps. These are great for entertaining too because you can serve it with like guacamole or with hummus. So it's like nice to have a bag in like the back stock for when we have people over. I do love their honey, so I always stock up on their honey because the kids go through this like water basically. They eat their chicken nuggets with honey. And then more peanut butter. You always see me like share the same stuff. This is really good. I don't know if you guys have tried it, the Rouse pesto. I really like this pesto with like a caprese sandwich. Like I use this often. And then I got for Sean these Once Upon a Farm, the little like puffs. These are a good brand, the Once Upon a Farm. So they have a bunch of like even baby food, baby pouches and stuff on Thrive. These go with the rest of the Siete chips. Have you guys tried these? These are really good. They're like a sweeter chip. They have like the churro taste, so they're really good. And then these are some more of my favorite things, the Heavenly Hunks that I buy from Thrive. You like that, Jackson? And then this is my all-time favorite granola, the Purely Elizabeth, the chocolate one. It is bomb. It is so good. So this is the kind of thing that I will buy. Sometimes they have it on sale at Publix, but sometimes I just get some extra from Thrive. But this, I would have like 10 bags of them in back stock, and I would go through them because I eat them with my yogurt like very often for breakfast. And then I got parchment paper, so that's kind of boring. That's obviously needed when I'm like baking and stuff when I make my bread. So that right there is my Thrive Market haul. So yeah, that's just like a little bit of foodie content for you guys, a little bit of sharing food, sharing some things that we do here and like how we eat and stuff. I filmed not too long ago, I don't know if you guys saw it, a video where I shared like a week of dinners. Like that might give you a glimpse into how we eat dinner, like what we eat, what the kids eat. So I'll link that video down below in case you haven't seen it yet. But let me know if you like this. Let me know if you have any other questions about like how we, I don't know, budget for food or how we, I don't know, try other ways to save money. Let me know if you have any questions, and if there's any other video that you want me to make along the lines of food, let me know too. But food is just like on my mind so much these days because I feel like it's such a big part of our job as like homemakers, as mothers, as wives. Like I'm thinking about food. Like do you guys do the same thing too? Like I spend half my day thinking about what I'm gonna make or what I need to buy, where I'm gonna buy the groceries from, what order I have to place from Costco, what order I have to place from Walmart, when am I going to Publix to get the BOGOs. Like that is always on my mind, like the mental load of just securing groceries. Like we really are like, I don't know, project managers. Like we're making sure that we have all the ingredients that we need to serve our kids, to make these meals. Like there's just so many parts to that. But anyway, that's it. So thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching me share my food with you guys. I love your faces, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.